I didn't read any evidence on that question.
So you have no reason why. Okay.
Yeah, the evidence that you read, the warrant that Pauline said was the warrant in the card, is that there isn't enough land to like grow food on. If that's true, that also takes out major civilization.
That wasn't the argument, but so if you read no evidence on the question of whether or not you can actually like solve the impact, then like does that like where does that leave us in the world of economic collapse? Like if you read evidence that says
I specifically asked Pauline about this.
Is there any way that the negative can solve better? Since you haven't read the sustainability evidence.
That's sustainability. Well, first of all, you've conceded that it's unsustainable as a massive economy, so it means that there's only.
If it's just as unsustainable.
The uniqueness controls the link to this question because you have not read any evidence other than like the arable land, which also takes out massive society. There's only evidence that smaller communities are more able to utilize what is left. That was like what I ended that like the speech with.
Let's talk about.
I don't need to read Carter's stupid argument. Okay.
Let's talk about T bilateral. Make a distinction about the word you define. Why is the term economic engagement not relevant to whether it can be bilateral or not?
Okay. Because it's a towards violation. I'm
right.
not saying that
economic engagement implies that it can be bilateral, then don't we...
I'm not saying it can't be bilateral. The difference is that the economic engagement is with Mexico towards something else. You could not give me an explanation in cross-diplomacy of where these policies would be effectual, where the economic engagement was.
Yeah, actually my partner talked about how it would affect the U.S. and Mexico, but that wasn't really my question.
Okay, that means it's not towards Mexico only.
Of economic engagement. If economic engagement includes bilateral, why is it not predictable to follow that definition of economic engagement?
The violation is not about the ability to be bilateral, but the action occurring with, as opposed to the offering of the engagement.
All right, that's
like
fine.
Towards them.
That's fine. So, all right. So this Mexico not key argument on case debate, specifically, like why are cartels shifting to other countries, and why would AML in Mexico not solve? I'm
not actually sure why they're shifting, but our evidence, the conceded uniqueness question was that they're like shifting in places like Honduras now.
Okay.
AML in Mexico.
Do you read evidence that says that instability in Honduras spills over, or evidence that says that terrorists could
That's your internal link. That you're just taking out your own internal link.
Are about terror in Mexico on the Mexico border and cartels in Mexico.
Agreed, and you can see that the cartels have left Mexico as like a drug hotspot. What?
So do you have any impact to your Honduras instability scenario, or are you just assuming that our...
What? No, it's not. It's a uniqueness question that was conceded. The drug cartels and the instability you're talking about are leaving Mexico. That means you don't access your internal link. It was not a separate scenario. You just conceded that your affirmative does not.
All right, credibility. Why wouldn't Pakistan's nuclear weapons work?
So it's a question like the deployment strategy. They don't have them at a point of deployment, the ability to use them, and like your argument is just like a reason why we should do it now instead of later.